Race 10 on the card at Sha Tin is a 75 to 95 rating span Class 2. So it allows horses to get in a little bit lighter than normally with regards to a Class 2 race. Normally it's 80 to 100, 75 to 95 this one, which does allow Golden 60 to carry top weight here, which is probably going to be a test for him because he carried 116 last start, but he's drawn well. Dragon General taking aim, getting a drop in grade, and so too is Lobo's Legend on the second page, horse number 11, who was second to Baby at the Valley last start. Beauty Rush Yo-Yo King heads back to Sha Tin, and he's chasing a HAB, a high achievement bonus, and Can't Stop the Feeling is also up into a higher grade of Class 2 for the first time. Racing Fighter Super Rich goes in fresh, he's undefeated. Lucky Hero King of Hearts have all been to and fro to Chun Fa. Now, speed of this race should be solid enough, Tom?
Should be, with the lights of Happy Fun rolling forward for Alfie Chan from gate number 11. Taking aim won't be too far away from gate 13. He's shown pace from time to time. Gold Chest missed the start last time out, so whether he can get away cleanly this time around and end up in the trail from gate number 3, we'll find out. Magic Legends trial well. Yo-Yo King, Can't Stop the Feeling, Beauty Rush are three horses that have got awkward draws in this race.
This horse, Golden 60, is absolutely flying at the moment. He's just been beaten once, 5 out of 6. Goes nice. He's odds on already, so he's going to be one of the shortest price favourites of the afternoon, and he's drawn barrier 5, so he works well. He looks good. He keeps progressive. As Brett mentioned, Super Rich, really good fresh record for this, 2 from 2, and he's well rated as well, this horse. Now he's going nicely, so he's definitely a chance. He's definitely got ability, Super Rich. Dropped off towards the back end of last season, but we know he's got that good fresh record. Taking aim, Regan Bayliss down the back straight. He's got the horse under a decent hold as well as he finishes off his track work. And another one that's going nicely as well is Taking Aim.
That he is. Yeah, it's a good quality contest. We'll start with Golden 60, who, should he win this, will be on the verge, if not over, a rating of 100. And that's a fairly solid rating for a 4-year-old here in Hong Kong. He's just got everything he needs to get to that rating too. He can sit, he can get comfortable, and when called upon, he's got a terrific turn of acceleration.
And he ran down encouraging really nicely here. Prior to that, he bet Mr. Croissant, and he came out and won again on the weekend. The form's rock solid.
We know what encouraging did after that. We saw it earlier on.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's just flying, this horse.
He is, and just got to love the way he can cover the ground over the final stages. He's got a real good stretch about him. He does it so easily.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any horse in this race that's got the class of Golden 60. Dragon General is a horse with a good turn of acceleration himself, a one-time winner course and distance, a one-time winner from 31 starts in the class. He's an ageing galloper, and Taking Aim is basically going in third up. I don't think he's cherry ripe yet, this prep, but he's getting closer.
Dragon General is getting closer to a mark which he's won off in the past. You can see him finishing solidly down there on the inside. If there's a good quick tempo in the race, that gives him something to run at. He's been round in some Group 3 races over this last few runs as well, so he can bob up from time to time.
If you take a line through encouraging, it's hard.
Correct. Yeah, he won that. Happy Win, though. He is a front-running type who's going to skip along. Now, he had the claim last start, and he was overhauled final stages by a very smart one called More Than This, but he batted on quite well. He's back to 1400, which is a tick, and has the lightweight again.
He's going well, this horse, at the moment, and if he gets his own way in front, he's going to lead them for a long period of this race. Barrier 11 with the claim, that's him. But the horse that's beaten him, gee, he's progressing.
And the horse that was out wide as well in the Nakoni Express won last week.
Yeah, so it's good form for him.
All right, Yo-Yo King was going up and down in the one spot, dare I say it, down there on the rail when they cornered for home, but he did pick up late, only found one better on the night, and he's got progress in him.
He does, and it's interesting they try him here at Sha Tin once again. He tried Sha Tin behind Athera, and he was well beaten on this occasion. He was all but winning this race until Dancing Fighter popped him off right on the line there. Gate 14 is that awkward story for him this time round.
Goes back, Paul, you think?
Yeah, I think he will, and I think he'll finish off quite fast. So I found a spot for him. He's in form at the moment.
All right, let's look at Magic Legend now, who carries Saddlecloth 9. Here he is on the all-weather winning a trial, and Super Rich hasn't raced since June of last year. We know he contested the 4-year-old series. It didn't really happen for him, but he's got an exceptional fresh record. He's undefeated from 2.
Yeah, and I thought it was a nice quiet trial from him. Magic Legend, he's second up now. He ran okay on seasonal debut. Look, he went up so high in the ratings early, didn't he? Because he was winning them in a row when he first came here. So
Yeah.
I've left Magic Legend.
Got his course and distance record, none from 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's go to Neil Callan once again and hear what he has to say about his mount in the final race of the day.
Lobo's Legend, Neil, a horse who was a Group 1 winner in South Africa. Is he starting to find his form and feet here in Hong Kong?
Yes, he is. His form he raced majority at in Class 2, obviously, at Sha Tin, and he's been running okay races and not so good races. When the draw goes against him and he has to go back too far, then he relies on the pace, and if it doesn't work out, he's just quite not mentally there. But you can see a couple of his runs at the end of last season that he was running up to a good level of form. He's come out this season and he's run one good race for me over 1400 where he got the right track into the race, hit the line quite strong. And then, I kept suggesting to David, I thought he was a tailor-made horse for Happy Valley. And we had a bit of a disagreement, but anyway, I got my way. I ran him a Happy Valley and he just got beat. So it was a good run, but it meant that it pushed him back up into Class 2 where I couldn't ride him. And then I just found this race for him. The rating band was good. Made sure that he had my weight. So we're just going to roll with it. And look, we know he handles Sha Tin. It's just that he needs the tempo and the right run and everything in that. And we know he can run up the form. So hopefully it's the right call.
His Group 1 win in South Africa was over 1,800 metres. You step up with him to 1,400 metres on Saturday. What do you think his best trip is?
Me personally, I think he's a 1,200 metre horse. If you look at his South African form, all his best form has been over 11 to 1,200. And I think when he won his 1,800 metre Group 1, because he has natural gate speed, he just landed up on the speed. He sat there, he sat, and then he just sprinted away from them. And he hasn't gone 1,800 since or before. So look, I just put it down to being the best horse in an ordinary Group 1 over 1,800. But for me in Hong Kong, I think he's going to be a sprinter.
Yeah, you can see Neil's done his homework on this horse, and he'd be brave to leave him out after listening to that interview. I would have thought Lobo's Legend, but the early money is for Golden 60 as expected.
Hard to beat. He's clearly on top for me, and then take your pick after that. I've got Yo-Yo King coming to Sha Tin, Lobo's Legend. Neil's told the War and Peace story about him. He's got a good chance, and Super Rich in there for fourth, the fresh record, 1:13.11.4.
Yes, Golden 60, he's the horse to beat in the final race of Vincent Ho and Francis Loy. Can't stop the feeling, throwing him in. Now he's up to 1,400 metres, 7 Happy Fun and 12 Beauty Rush. So 1, 14, 7 and 12.
Yep, hard to tip against Golden 60. I've got him on top as well, 11.47 for the Miners. Right, that's the 10 races done and dusted. Let's have a look at the stats now. We're focusing on Francis Loy and Vincent Ho, the combination of those two for this season.
Yeah, look at this, 20 runners with 6 wins, 2 seconds, 3 thirds here at Sha Tin, 30% win rate for this. So this is just a Sha Tin, but
okay,
they go well here. In Golden 60, I think he can add to it.
Yeah,
it's fair to say.
It's every
not really outside the square there. So
no.
Best bet?
Oh, I'd like to, but I think he's a bit short. I think he'll win.
That'll incur a fine, I think, at $1.70. But we will get the best bet from Paul firstly.
Elite Patch on the all-weather. Unlike it his last two. Drawn a bit wide. I'm not worried about that. He'll get a clear run. And I think he's going to be tough to beat in the fifth. And I'm going to go with the feature for the long shot. Grace and Mercy, the Grade 1 winner in South Africa. Lightweight. And I think he can get the race run to suit from barrier 4. So he's the long shot. As far as the play's going to do it, we're going to do it in race 5. 6, 7 and 9. Star Luck, Elite Patch, Momentum Galaxy. Fill your boots with those three.
My best is in the Chevalier Cup with Champions Way to bounce back for Regan Bayless and John Size. So race 7, horse 2. The value runner, Holy Heart on the all-weather, where there's all that pace in the race. Race 8, number 3, Vincent Ho, Francis Loy. We saw the stat there before. And the play of the day, Lucky Moores, the banker in a QQP with Valiant Dream. Here comes Ted and Island winner.
All right, for me, I'm going with Little General, race 4, number 14, who's got a good barrier on this occasion. And my long shot is for Neil Callan, and it's Joyful Heart, race 6, number 7. Play of the day, it was a tough one. I thought Utopia Life was a good banker for a Quinella, and I put Just Not Listening and Aquila in with him. But he's the banker, I think, in race 8, number 7. So that was the play of the day for me. So we're Saturday racing Sha Tin. We've got a simulcast Japan Cup on Sunday.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, first Japan Cup, I think, since its inception, where there's no international runner.
Just shows you the depth of Japanese racing at the moment, and the army that they're sending across here for the future races.
Yeah, they're all skipping the Japan Cup and heading to Hong Kong, which is fabulous news. Yeah. And I think the first horse arrives from overseas, coming from Australia, Prince of Arran, on Monday. So we'll be looking forward to his arrival along with the remainder of the 24 internationals headed towards the 8th of December at Sha Tin Racecourse. That's it for us. See you trackside from Sha Tin tomorrow at around lunchtime. Good night.
Goodbye.